I misspoke myself, but a viewer reminded me and corrected me. What's up, everybody? My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker, and in today's video, I misspoke myself in a couple of videos back and a viewer corrected me on it. But before we get into that, we are going to talk about that, and we are going to talk about something else that's on the screen behind me. But let's get into what's sold. First up, we have got a youth medium-size Scooby-Doo Halloween costume, and it's probably too long for me to get all in the camera, but you unzip it, crawl down in it. It's got sleeves, covers your legs. This sits on top of your head, and it's got Scooby-Doo on it there with his tail. Nice little Halloween costume. Picked this up for $3. It sold for $15 plus shipping. You know, it's my favorite time of the year. It is college football season, and I got this on a Whatnot auction along with a bunch of other vintage clothes and jerseys. University of Montana jersey, Nike youth size small, and this right here is both side print double hit. I think I had $3 or $4 in this, maybe a little bit less. It came in a big priority box of a bunch of other items. Anyway, this sold full asking price $19.99 plus ship. We sold this, had this for a while, got this in a toy buy. It was in a big plastic tote for like 10 bucks. It had all kinds of toys in it. And this sold Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Leonardo, I believe this is the one. I believe this is who he is. Anyway, $6 plus shipping. Back in the day when WCW, World Championship Wrestling, was in business, they used to come to the next town over from me, and I was a part of the local ring crew. I got to get there early, help set up the ring, hang out backstage, and then tear the ring down and all that kind of good stuff. Anyway, I got to rub elbows with a lot of wrestlers and a lot of the big wigs handling WCW. This is a copy of the WCW Monday Night Nitro, October 5th, 1998, confidential script. And this is just like everything you see on when you watch Nitro. This is the script they went by. This sold for $9.99 plus ship. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a couple of videos ago, and it was even in my thumbnail, to where I said I was referring to the start of fourth quarter. That was a total misstep on my part, and I apologize if that has become a confusing video for you. Everything I've done from middle of August up until now is getting my store ready for the fourth quarter shopping period. And I misspoke myself when I put that in the title and talked about it in the video. So my apologies. Thank you to the viewer that it really wasn't. I mean, I knew it wasn't fourth quarter, but I spoke from the mind that you need to be ready for the fourth quarter. But I can see how that came off very confusing, so my apologies. But it is September 24th, and we have less than a week till the fourth quarter starts. Now, I know there's some YouTubers, I've had discussions with them, and even some of the guys that are in a podcast, which I'm going to talk about in just a few minutes. We'll come back to that. But a lot of sellers treat the fourth quarter no different than any other quarter. And I guess that's all based on your personal perspective. Historically, if you go back and look at your sales, if you had a bulk run of sales in the fourth quarter, you know in your mind that you need to get your store loaded up to get ready for that traffic and for that sale count to come through. If your fourth quarters have been for you personally no different than the other quarters, I can see why one would say don't need to treat the fourth quarter any different than the other quarters of the year. So I can see how it'd go both ways. Go ahead and laugh. Anyway, But yeah, I just kind of took the wrong angle on that video a couple of videos ago. And so anyway, it is getting ready to start fourth quarter. I hope that you are ready. And also, be on the lookout for this channel. I'm going to be giving a different video that I've never done before here about what I have done to get ready for the holiday shopping season. Things you can do to save you time, and it will, I believe it'll help you out. So we hope you come back here to Rocky Top headquarters to check that video out. Next sale, I listed a bunch of my own personal Christmas ornament collections. This is a Department 56 Yankee Stadium 2009, and it lights up. This was kind of cool. Had this for many years. This sold for $50 plus shipping. Still got a lot of tobacco pipe stand holders and humidors. You put your tobacco down in there and it holds 6 different pipes. This sold for $18 plus shipping, and that's real walnut. All right, college football is in full swing, and the Washington Huskies are doing fairly well. I think that's why this hat sold so quick. Washington Huskies hat, strap back NCAA purple, new with tags right there. It even has the cardboard insert in it and the UPC on the bill. This sold for $8 plus. I have tons of hats. I love to sell hats, but I have an overstock on them, so it's always great to see a hat go out the door. So along with the costume of Scooby-Doo selling, because Halloween is fastly approaching, got this. I think this was a popcorn bucket from Disney, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a Marvel Spider-Man candy or Easter egg bucket, whatever you want to use it for. Multi-purpose bucket container, sold for $12.99 plus ship. And then last but not least, you know, I told you in a video before that video games has been kind of slow. Pick this up at the local thrift store for $2. It's a clean disc. It's got the manual in it as well. Darkest Days Xbox 360. Picked it up for $2, sold for $29.99. So we just have a total of 9 orders going out for $256. Not going to complain. We take what we can get. A lot of you have told me down in the comments there in previous videos about slow sales, and we take what we can get. We just know to do what we've been doing, and that is to keep a good list of items flowing into your store or account if you don't have a store. Continue to get out there and source while you can, while the yard sales are still lingering around. And some of you in some areas of the country, yard sales have done dried up. They are still happening in the area that I live in, so you want to keep sourcing, keep listing, keep making good titles, taking good photos, dropping in those item specifics, making sure you get your shipping figured out correctly. So yeah, we just keep pushing forward, and we hope that this next quarter that's coming up in less than a week will be different for all of us. And I can't complain. I had a great spring and summer this year. So I hope the fourth quarter we're going to blow it out, and I hope each and every one of you have a great holiday shopping season with your reselling account as well. But as many of you may already know, you've probably seen the promos and me talking about it in the other videos, the Resellers Locker Room podcast. Let me tell you something. We have done 2 episodes so far, and the response has been tremendous. Myself, Archie, Brandon, Alex, all 4 of us are just so excited that you have taken to this video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, when I'm talking about the Reseller Locker Room podcast, type that in over in YouTube, and I'll put the link down below in this video where you can click on it and it'll take you right to it. If you like podcasts, if you like the subject of reselling, and I'm talking about a podcast that actually talks about reselling and the different methods that are used in all areas of reselling, the ideas, the thoughts and the opinions are all expressed in this Resellers Locker Room podcast. Now, we do cut up and have fun. We call our channel Infotainment. So if that sounds intriguing to you, head on over to the Resellers Locker Room podcast. Give the podcast a listen and a view. Give it a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. And also, most importantly, hit that subscribe button. So I want to invite all of you to my channel, all the members out there of Rocky Top Nation right now. If you've not done so, head over to the Resellers Locker Room podcast. Hit that subscribe. A lot of the content and things that I talk about here on my channel will carry over to the podcast. Come on in, leave a comment down below. We've got a lot planned. We've actually got quite a few guests we're going to be lining up as guests on the show. And by the way, I want to dispel anything before it gets started. Just because it's a locker room with 4 guys in it doesn't mean that that isn't open to women resellers. Absolutely, it is open to women resellers. So don't feel like this is just a man's club, because it's not. It's unisex. So if you're a female reseller, you are more than welcome to come over and join us over there on that podcast. And we're going to be having some lady resellers as special guests in the future on the show. We're also going to be starting a giveaway over there. You don't want to miss this. And I appreciate all the subscribers that have already hit the sub button to that podcast channel. I know that I'm appreciative of it, and I know the guys over there joining me on the show appreciate it too. So go over. If you don't know who those guys are, go over there and give us a watch and get to know who they are. They are a great bunch of resellers, and we have a great time. So with that, it's time for me to say, I cannot wait to see you right back here on good old Rocky Top. Ready? 1, 2, 3.